What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the Tigers Den podcast. I am your host, Big C Got Game. Yo, before we get started, you already know what we got to do. Go ahead, smash that thumbs up button. Subscribe if you're brand new. And don't forget, you can hit those links down in my description. Follow your boy on Twitter and Instagram. Stay up to date on what's going on with the channel. And big shout out to my Noti squad. I see y'all in these comments leaving great info for your boy. I really do appreciate it. Hit that bell. Join the Noti squad. Get notified when your boy is uploading. Join the hottest squad on YouTube. You dig? So we're coming off a big win against Georgia State from last week. 63-38 was the final. This was probably the most complete game Grambling State has played in the past, I'll say the past 2 years. The past two seasons that we've had, this is the most complete game from start to finish. As you can see, we put up 21 points in the first quarter. We had 2 turnovers that really sparked it. Georgia State was able to score 17 in the second, cutting the lead, but then it was all Grambling after that. Freshman Phil Alston had a huge day, 20 of 26 for 270 yards and 3 touchdowns, completing 76% of his passes. We said that this might be the game where we give the ball back to Phil and allow him to create, and that's exactly what he did. He took full advantage of a weak secondary and put up some huge numbers. Charlie Brooks, I don't know what else to say. If he's not Freshman of the Year, I don't know who is. He finished the game with 22 carries, 145 yards on the ground, and 3 touchdowns. Big shout out to William Higgins as well. He balled out, 11 carries for 85 yards. He is showing why he's a speed demon. There was a couple plays where he bounced it to the outside, and nobody could touch him. Phil didn't rush that much, but he had 4 carries for 29 yards and a touchdown. Now, through the air, I'm happy that Phil had a great game, man. He completed passes to 9 different receivers, guys, led by Will Higgins with his 4 grabs. But Clark had a big game. He had 3 catches for 64 yards and caught a deep pass for 38-yard touchdown. Salmon had another solid day, 3 catches, 44 yards, and Demetrius Gunn had 3 catches for 41 yards. But the highlight of the game, in case you guys missed it, Charlie Brooks gets his first career receiving touchdown and trucks a corner to get in the end zone. Roll the clip.
A few plays later, Alston drops back. He scrambles to his right, sets his feet, and throws it deep to Brooks. The big back makes the catch and bowls over a corner. Oh, my God. It gets into the end zone. Grambling breaks 50.
I mean, it gets no monstrous or beast mode than that. Now, on defense, we had I'll say this. On defense, the first quarter, we played solid. Second quarter on, it was a struggle. Deontay Bridgewater bounced back, had 7 tackles, led the team. Pargo and Carey both had 6 tackles apiece. Freeman Smith had 5. We had 2 sacks apiece from Brandon Varner, Alan Clark, and John Nichols had the lone interception. But let's get back to the defense. Tommy Gross balled out. He played like a straight All-American. He finished 21 of 25 for 247 yards, and he threw 4 touchdowns. 4 touchdowns after throwing an interception on, I think it was his 3rd attempt. And then on the ground, he torched us. 19 scrambles, because these weren't all just like option plays or anything. 18 out of these 19 were scrambles for 158 yards, and he had that touchdown on the option. I don't know what happened. We had him bottled up for a while, and then it was just anytime he saw a crease, he would take off. Anytime, he felt a little pressure, he would take off. It got to a point where I got so frustrated I almost broke this controller. But he would drop back, dance around in the pocket. We had a D lineman coming, but somehow the D lineman missed, and he would take off for 12 yards to get the first down. It was just a frustrating game trying to control Gross. But with those 2 early turnovers and, the punt return by Higgins, we were able to take the lead and hold on to the lead. Hart had a big day, 8 catches for 104 yards. I thought they would line him up more on Nichols' side. I should have switched corners, but I don't like having a weak corner on the side where I usually use her. So, I might use her with Bridgewater, and the corner on that side, if he's weak, I have to help out more on that side instead of being able to roam the field. So, it's just in-game adjustments that I really need to work on. And here's just some of the game stats. We led in first downs, total yards at 500, almost 530 total yards. They I mean, they didn't even outdo anything of us. We outdid Georgia State in everything. We outrushed them. We outpassed them. We got to work on our third downs. 3 of 5 isn't that great. We both went 1 for 1. I think the biggest problem I had in this game, and now that I'm thinking about it, was our kicking. And we're going to make this change right now. So I gave Orozco a chance to be the starting kicker this year, and he's 2 of 4. His longest was 39. It doesn't show his misses, but he's missed 2 field goals that I believe he should have made. So what we're going to do is we're going to go with Mendez as the kicker and the punter. Mendez last year actually did a solid job kicking for us. 4-6, 38 was his longest. I think he has a stronger leg than – he's got stronger leg. So we're going to roll with Mendez as our starting kicker for this week and just see how things go. So it's time to take a look at the Heisman Watch, see who's on the short list so far. You got Bo Scarborough leading the way, the power back from Alabama. Tony Jones Jr., the running back from Notre Dame, is number 2. Sam Darnold in his junior year at USC is number 3. Jacob Eason, quarterback from Georgia, is 4th. And then we got Cameron Scarlett, the power back from Stanford, his junior year, coming up in 5th, but he's moving up the board. So players of the week in the Sun Belt, and it's both Grambling State. On offense, we have running back Charlie Brooks with his 22 carries for 104 yards, 3 touchdowns on the ground and 1 through the air. At defensive end, Brandon Varner with his 3 tackles, 2 for a loss, 2 sacks, and his fumble recovery. So big shout out to the dynamic duo, the G-Men, holding it down for the Sun Belt Conference this week. Talking about the Sun Belt Conference, let's take a look at the standings going into Week 6. And our Tigers are sitting at 2-0 in conference and number 1 in the conference right now, followed by Arkansas State, who's 2-1, 1-0 in conference. South Alabama, who we beat earlier this year, they're 2-2 and 1-1 in conference. Georgia State, who we beat last week, 1-1 in conference, 2-2 overall. And Idaho is 5th in the conference, 1-1 in conference, 2-3 overall. So it's time to take a look at the recruiting board. And Mark Griffin, the lead continues to grow for the tackle from Hawaii. He's put Michigan and Oregon and Tennessee in his rearview mirror and is leaning more towards Grambling. Big DN Marvin Goff has Grambling as his lead dog in the house right now over Alabama, Oklahoma, Notre Dame, and Georgia. Again, this guy would be a great get for us to help out with the defensive line help. The power move, the block shed, the tackle, and the pursuit, and the play rec too. As a freshman, this kid would be a stud. 4-star wideout Clint McCoy still has Grambling as his number 1 team over North Texas, but they're still making a push. Marcus Atkins, the corner from Minnesota, has moved Grambling into the number 2 spot. We're just trailing LSU, and that's interesting, man. So the Battle of Louisiana is also going on in recruiting right now for the number 9 corner in the country. Ron Bennett, same thing. He's got LSU as his number 1 team and Grambling as his number 2. And we're just trailing a little bit behind them. So if we keep this push going, hopefully we can land both of them and really screw over LSU. We're fighting for Tyrell Williams. USC has the lead, but it's a small lead. Like I said, these 3 corners are going to be must-haves for us. I think if we land all 3 of them, they all will start. They all would get playing time their freshman year and really help out John Nichols in that secondary. Kyle Green, really interested in Grambling State, has put Mississippi State, LSU, Florida, and Missouri in his rearview mirror. He wants to stay close to home, so come on, sign already. Athlete Joel Thomas, same with him. He is looking to stay close to home. We would probably put him at – that's tough. He looks like he has running back written on him, but I might put him on defense. Could be a solid safety, kind of like a down-in-the-box safety maybe. Let me know what you guys think. Where should Joel Thomas play next season? Guard Otis Allen is also very interested in Grambling. He's put Navy, Army, Alabama, and the Longhorns way behind on his board. Again, he would come in and start day 1 because of that run blocking and that pass blocking ability. JUCO transfer Jermaine McConnell has Grambling State still as his number 1 team. And he's another interesting player, too, because he could play in the secondary or he could play running back. I would definitely put him in the secondary with that zone coverage. the play rec, and that speed. Guys, if we get Rob Bradford, this class is going to be crazy. We are trailing the Ohio State for the big tight end. He's 6'8", 247. And again, like we talked about last week, the stats are just unreal. I get frustrated with our tight ends because they can't really block and then they drop passes. This kid's not dropping anything. Look at those catching ability. Look at the blocking. He needs to be a Grambling State Tiger. Somebody we really haven't talked about is Richard Maynard. He's a defensive end from Texas. Extremely interested in Grambling State. He's got a great power move. The block shedding is great. Another solid defensive end for us. Again, we're going to need the help on the defensive line. We're graduating, I believe it's 5 defensive linemen this year. We're in a battle for outside linebacker Joe Brown. He's 6'6", 231 from Louisiana. Right now he's got Tulane as his number 1 team, but we're still going to keep fighting for him. Now, what I was thinking of with Joe Brown is maybe moving him down to defensive end with that 6'6", 230 frame. Only problem is he doesn't have great power moves or finesse move, but that block shedding and that tackle, I think he would be a great fit on that defensive line. And everybody keeps saying we need a new kicker. I've got a kicker on our board. His name is Nick Gordon. He's the number 13 kicker in this class from Vancouver, Canada. Right now we're in a battle with Missouri for him. And, I mean, he's not that great. I'm not going to lie to you. This kicking class really isn't that great. And as most of you guys know, a lot of kickers sign quick just so they can get their scholarship. He has great accuracy, but that kick power is just god-awful. If we're not able to get him, what's going to end up happening is we get a walk-on, and that's scary. That's scary for us right now. I also have a punter on because we're losing our punter this year. Meet Michael Baker, 6'3", 215-pound punter from New Jersey. We're trailing Georgia and Oregon for him right now. And there's another stretch, man. He's terrible. This class is not good for punters or kickers. Maybe I'll do some more looking around to see if I can find one, but a lot of these guys chose up early. So it's time to head out on the road and get ready to take on the Trojans of Troy University. Troy is 1-2 on the season. They opened the year up by beating UAB 38-21, then got demolished by Duke 56-14, and then took an L to New Mexico State 16-12. Normally, Troy is led by Caleb Barker. He's a 6'1 junior for Decatur, Alabama. He's thrown for 502 yards, 2 touchdowns, and 4 interceptions, but he is hurt this week. So we will be going up against a sophomore, Cade Young. He's a scrambler who's only 4 of 15 for 109 yards passing. Because he is a scrambler, we're going to have to make sure we have a spy on him at all times. He's got decent speed, decent acceleration, and agility. He can't throw the ball very well, so look for a lot of our safeties to be playing down in the box. In the backfield, Jamarius Henderson is the lead dog, 44 carries for 247 yards and 4 touchdowns, followed by B.J. Smith, his backup, 18 carries for 76 yards. And as we said before, Caleb Barker, who is now hurt, has rushed for 25 carries for 57 yards and a touchdown. So what I'm expecting in this game is a lot of Henderson and a lot of Smith. Like I said, we're probably going to be playing at least 8 in the box. That way we can control the options and the dives and the pitches out. Look for Grambling to probably run a 4-4 this week. Out wide, Damian Willis is the top receiver. He's got 13 grabs for 210 yards and a touchdown. DeAndre Douglas, another senior, 6'1", 198, 8 grabs for 138 yards. And then big tight end Gabe Hill, 6'2", 246, has 7 grabs for 120 yards. Solid wide receiving core. I think our corners would be able to lock these guys down. Look for Nichols to be on Willis and probably put Pargo right here on Douglas. On defense, they're led by Hunter Reese, the 6'1", 223-pound defensive lineman. He's got 25 tackles on the year with 2 sacks. That outside linebacker, A.J. Smiley from Hoover, Alabama. He's got 17 tackles and a half sack. And then Tron Falsman, he is a coverage linebacker, 15 tackles and a half a sack. Reese leads the team with 2 sacks on the season, followed by corner Terrence Dunlap. And then in interceptions, A.J. Smiley is the leader with 1 interception on the year. So let's take a little deeper dive. Let's check out their roster and see what we're going to be facing in the secondary. They have solid corner play, guys. Blaze Brown, 6-foot senior from Georgia. He is a hard hitter. Look at that speed, 93 speed, 96 awareness. And he's a transfer, so he's not playing this year, huh? Oh, they got a good one. As a freshman, he's at 85. Ooh, that's scary. So Blaze Brown is going to be your leader at corner. Marcus Jones, 5'9", 170 from Alabama. He's got decent speed. What's his coverage skills looking like? Not too bad. He's pretty like normal. Nothing great. And they got 2 transfer corners. Yo, why y'all going to Troy? Let's see what they got at safety. Sedarius Ruckert. Solid corner, 80 overall. He's a hitter and a zone coverage. So we got to be careful with that going across the middle with that tackle and that hit power. And then a strong safety, Melvin Tyus Jr., 70 overall. And he really doesn't do anything too great. We might be able to take advantage of that. All right, so it looks like Herb Street is rolling with the Tigers of GSU this week. Let me know what you guys think. Hit comments down below. Do you think we're going to blow out Troy like we did to Georgia State, or is this going to be a tougher matchup? Comments down below. Let me know what you guys think. They actually have 2 prospects going to be on campus this week. Before we get out of here, let's take a look at the top 25 for this week since we didn't do it earlier. Still sitting at number 1 is Alabama. Number 2, you got USC. 3 is Oklahoma. Stanford still at 4. Missouri moves up 1 spot to 5, while Washington falls to 6. And then everything is still the same. Michigan, Auburn, Nebraska, and Clemson round out your top 10. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching. Make sure you guys smash that thumbs up button. Subscribe if you're brand new. And don't forget, hit those links down in the description. Follow your boy on Twitter and Instagram at Big C Got Game. Big shout out to the Noti Squad. I see y'all, man. If you haven't yet, make sure you hit that bell. Get the notification. Let you know when your boy is uploading. I didn't thank you guys earlier. I totally forgot. It slipped my mind. Don't blame my brain. Don't blame my heart. Thank you. We got 400 subscribers now. Big deal for your boy. We're almost at that 500. Once we hit 500 subscribers, I got a gift for you guys. So make sure you're sharing these, you're retweeting them on Twitter, you're telling all your boys about it. And I appreciate the love down in the comments. Big shout out to my guy Braden and Buck Superfan. They always showing love down in the comments. They want your boy to be the biggest NCAA 14 YouTuber or the biggest YouTuber on YouTube. I appreciate the love, guys. We're going to grow one day at a time, and we're going to grow with each and every one of y'all, all right, man? And I'm going to stop calling you guys subscribers. You guys are family members, man. You're helping me reach my goals and chase my dreams, and I really do appreciate that. That means a lot. One more announcement. Your boy went and got an Xbox, and I went and got Madden 18. So probably like the first week of April, expect a Dynasty. Now, I'm taking suggestions about teams down in the comments, but I kind of have a team in mind already because I want to do like a serious team rebuild. So drop comments down below. Let me know what you guys think. What team should we be? What team should we roll with? And, again, look for that probably like the first weekend of April, all right? But I got to get up out of here so I can edit this. Thank you guys so much for watching. Again, make sure you smash that thumbs up button. Subscribe if you're brand new. Hit those links down in the description. And don't forget to join that Noti Squad. Ring the bell. Join the Noti Squad, all right? Love each and every one of y'all. I want you guys to have a blessed day. Go hug somebody. Tell them that you love them. 2 fingers in the air. Peace. And we'll talk in Troy, Alabama as we go down and beat them boys to get another win. Let's go.